In fourth grade, back in Michigan, I saw a composite map of geography terms and knew I wanted to see the Purple Mountain Majesty and the rest of it. I also heard about paid vacations and wondered why on earth our family of 10 was going to visit the cousins when a paid vacation could take us to Paris or Hawaii. Reading and maps, of course, offer an excellent portal into mental travel, and a favorite childhood fantasy was cruising the globe on a flying carpet. I often miss places I've only read about, that sense of exhilarating, blossoming into new territory. I love it. Sometimes it's the destination, sometimes it's the journey. That fits pretty well. My basic travel goals have been to do it frugally and as unencumbered as possible. Preferring to travel lightly, I took this jacket I found at the UU Church yard sale and modified it with pockets, including the back slit for magazines or clipped-out New Yorker fiction that lets me travel around without a bag. And hey, it adds 10 pounds to my look without even trying. My son went to Turkey for the year after college, and I took the chance to go, finally trading up for my mental flying carpet. It was fun traveling solo. What works for me is to take only a carry-on, and for pants, to wear a pair and take a spare, with 2 to 4 shirts, depending on trip length. Turkey in spring made this easy. I spent the first few days alone in Istanbul. The Hagia Sophia was a marvel, even with stray cats roaming the altars. I got photographed to remind myself I was really there, and because, to paraphrase Garrison Keillor, the Grand Canyon just looks better with Uncle Fred and Aunt Ethel in front of it. The Blue Mosque was astounding, and I visited it several times a day. In a variety of places, we come across field trips in progress, and really, I think some things are universal. It so often seems that the chaperones aren't having nearly as much fun as the kids. This incredible landscape of Cappadocia in central Turkey includes homes and rental lodging in some of the rock formations, also called fairy chimneys. What a place to grow up. I hiked above the city with a German woman and watched young kids with plastic grocery bags on string as makeshift kite. And this woman and her ox coming from a distance, finally heading to what I realized was the water trough for her, or the water trough for the ox, and a pipe faucet for her. And I watched young ones walking with pals and school kids at midday. A several-hour layover in Amsterdam with a train that ran straight from the airport to the city meant rich use of time in indulging a favorite pursuit of checking out libraries. You thought maybe red lights and easy read? Yeah. Cities that run easy, direct transport to and from the airport rock. Gaudi's nature-inspired architecture, like the seed pod forms on the roofs in this photo, were magnificent sights in Barcelona. I was struck by the view that the children in the lower right have every day. How might what they see impact their creativity differently from what our central Maine students see? The Alhambra in Granada, Spain, was a small fortress about 1,000 years ago that evolved into a Moorish palace that has housed Muslims, Jews, and Christians. We scoped out our path there the night before with a unique view of the palace above. This equipment, by the way, would be great along Waterville's riverfront. I'd been to the Guggenheim in New York City with my brother, and he agreed to meet me in Spain to see the Guggenheim in Bilbao. The building was as spectacular as it looked, but there's also a lot of family activity late afternoons with live music and a wine bar in the adjacent park. There's Europeans get the clothes dryers are a huge energy hog, so clotheslines are widely used. Someone in Bilbao invented a cover that allows clothes to stay out if it rains. It opens and closes with webbed slats that spread to form an umbrella, or like a lily pad. My brother is as much fun to play with as he was when we were little kids. This young lad started following John around in a park above the bay where we've been hiking. These Basque freedom fighters went at it in the beautiful northern Spain city of San Sebastian. There are loads of alleys in Italian towns, and my husband frequently pulled out his harmonica to revel in the echoes. I loved following his musical notes around Venice on this evening and in many alleys and valleys. If you hear harmonica tunes while you're out and about, look around for this guy. Where to go in Italy on a short visit? You got piazzas, palazzos, pizza, pasta, pesto, paintings, the Pieta, the Pope, a panoply of possibilities. Here in Rome, I picked up this gorgeous Italian movie star. Oh, wait, that's my husband. Travel has been a blast with these well-set goals. I was religious about having gelato, coffee, and wine every single day in Italy. I keep an eye out for great libraries, churches, and bakeries. I go hands-free when I can, choose when to skimp and when to splurge, and feel gratitude for making these journeys. I love kaleidoscopes. This one was on San Diego's boardwalk, and I went with a friend to the world's largest kaleidoscope in upstate New York. Seeking beauty and connection everywhere, here's part of a song from my church that I wish were the international anthem. This is my home, the country where my heart is. Here are my hopes, my dreams, my holy shrine. But other hearts in other lands are beating with hopes and dreams as true and high as mine.